with no facilities, and kind of nobody now remembers them and imagines that everything happening in the schools is because of them, while the truth is that there's no money going to schools, and therefore they are unable to get the equipment that they need to use to teach the children of this country. And the real matter lies with the fact that all we need in our schools is funding. The teachers have no problem. In fact, many speakers are speaking about how many chicken are being sent to school, but they forget that sometimes they also invite cow dung to be taken along by the students to schools. Number one, Honorable Speaker, the education system must change with time. And indeed, the system we had for A-level cannot be the one that is working today. The system of 844 has outlived its time because it's a factory manufacturing many students who cannot get employment, and it's theoretical. So the need for change is true and is a reality which you cannot run away. Honorable Speaker, I therefore ask the House that we must embrace the new system of CBC, because that's the modern way to go in the education system. Despite the many challenges it has, it is the correct way to go because it will build skills, it will build technologies, information, and how a person can carry himself around in the society without depending on white-collar employment. But then it has got its challenges. Honorable Speaker, I would wish to say that what we envisaged in the CBC is that every school should be having a full school. What you are calling basic education must begin from ECD to primary to junior secondary and even what we are calling secondary. That will be a standard school, Honorable Speaker, that should be equal in the whole country. We are envisaging that this will enable the government fund schools equally, so that the funding of a rural primary and the funding of Mangu is the same, and the provision of education at those levels is actually the same. And that's how education will be an equalizer. I would want to ask this parliament to actually support CBC, because this is what will bring money and development to your small schools and grow them to the level of alliance. There's a danger ahead which I must point out, and that's why Ruku is right. The ministry imagines that the 2 years that the students are in the junior secondary is too long. But let me caution that 1 year is already gone. In the next year, the children who are in the junior secondary must be leaving the junior secondary to another pathways. Yet there's no policy and pathway of how they will operate. So again, when we finish the next year, we shall be in a crisis of how they'll enter the schooling. It is very important that a policy be made quickly, whereby all the three pathways, and there are three, one of them is called STEM. The STEM one is the science and the one that teaches theory and science and technology. The other one is arts and performing arts. The other one is social sciences. A policy must be made quickly so that by next year, we know that all schools also have these three pathways, so that all schools are equal and they are moving at the same level. Honorable Speaker, as I finish, we must start thinking extraordinary. Remove this kasumba we have in ourselves of boarding schools. The boarding schools must quickly die, and we have standard schools that are equal for every area, every student, and every region. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance.
Thank you very much, Honorable Omboko. Honorable members, you know this is a house of rules, and one of the rules concerns time. So now I call upon the mover to reply. For the honorable members who have expressed interest, several of you, we are going to rely on the magnanimity of the mover. Honorable Ruku.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I request Madam Speaker to donate a few minutes, each member 1 minute. I donate 1 minute to Honorable Kasungu, Honorable Stroyer, Honorable Emesa, Teso South, Honorable Deco, Honorable Victor Mandazi, Honorable Double N, Honorable John Makari, Honorable Daniel Wangwa of Wabuye, and we have only 10 minutes. And Honorable Bensunda, 1 minute each. Then, Madam Speaker, I remain with 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to follow the order.